The National Safety Stand Down is born out of the Construction Falls Prevention Campaign. And the campaign came to be because among the goals for the second decade of the National Occupational Research Agenda, NORA, there were 15 goals related to construction safety and health. The first goal has to do with preventing falls in the workplace, falls in construction in particular. And among the intermediate goals, there is an issue related to having a national campaign. With OSHA being the main face of the campaign, the main face of the stand down, with a lot of supporting effort by NIOSH and CPWR, the campaign gets relaunched every spring, the stand down happens every spring, and each year we've seen that more and more people are engaged.
Fundamentally, the FACE program in Washington is a surveillance program for work-related fatalities. And our association with NIOSH is that the idea for the FACE program started at NIOSH, and then they had the idea to get states involved, and hence we became a state-based FACE program.
Here in Oregon, we view the NIOSH funding for our expanded occupational health surveillance as just a precious resource. And this includes opportunities to participate in events like the Stand Down. So we first got involved in really small ways when it kicked off, I believe back in 2014. We were just invited by NIOSH to support the events. And we had some field studies in construction studying safety toolbox talks, and we began just by ordering a bunch of hard hat stickers and posters and flyers and giving them to our research partners and also to our other construction, government, Oregon OSHA partners around the state as we worked on that specific field study.
One thing that's really important in establishing a safety stand-down campaign is creating a visual identity for your campaign. You can create a state-specific visual identity that you can use in emails, on your website, safety resources, and other communications that when people see it, employers see it, workers see it, they know that it's about the Safety Stand Down campaign.
Oregon FACE program has partnered with the main players in the stand down here in Oregon, including Oregon OSHA, the AGC chapter, the Associated General Contractors, Safe Build Alliance, and others to present, not just present the program, but also promote in advance. One year we had a bus ad on the public transit system here that promoted it, so that, well, traveled all over the city. We've put notices and updates on our website. We've handed out stickers and flyers, and we blog about it.
In Massachusetts, over the years, we've been able to have the digital billboards across the state along, I think there's now 9 of them, along the major highways, and have the national campaign poster on these digital billboards. And we were able to swap out the OSHA 1-800 number and use a local number to try to get people to, entice people to kind of call in and get more information about the campaigns. And the same poster on the billboards, we were able to get on the public transportation system. So in Boston, the subways, and then throughout Massachusetts, some of the regional transit, so the buses had campaign posters as well.
Some of the things that we did was I sent letters of invitation to participate along with stickers and pamphlets and a link to the website telling them how they can participate to 5 different unions. We teamed up with OSHA to have 7 billboards across the state of Kentucky that promote the Stand Down for Falls campaign. I went on TV and radio here locally to help promote it and to encourage employers to participate.
In recent years, we definitely have utilized social media to get the word out about the Safety Stand Down campaign. We produced a 30-second video, and that video is now on YouTube and on Twitter, and it has a lot of exposure, And what it's meant to do is draw employers to our website so they can take advantage of the resources that we have for them to help prevent falls.
You know, one important thing about sharing and disseminating safety information and prevention training is making sure we're sensitive to language and culture barriers or potential barriers.
We do get a lot of buzz online when we tweet in Spanish. People just start liking it or retweeting. We start getting so many more followers right at that moment. Particular topics just catch on to the right audiences, and I was so excited when I was like, I didn't do anything and it got retweeted so many times.
For people in other states who maybe don't have a NIOSH grant to conduct occupational health surveillance or to investigate occupational fatalities and study and prevent them, and you've got an interest in trying to get involved and participate in the stand down to prevent construction falls, I'd encourage you to reach out to states that do have that NIOSH funding and ask about their experiences and what's worked for them and what hasn't worked for them. It doesn't take a lot to do something, and I think working together with partners in the state, we're fortunate here in Oregon for a very collaborative environment with government, universities, workers' comp insurers, the state government and professional trade associations to have a fertile environment to do things together. But with the support of NIOSH and NIOSH resources, I think we have the potential to make a much bigger impact than if we didn't have NIOSH and other federal agencies supporting this effort.
The campaign is important, I think, to NIOSH in a couple of different ways. First, those of us from the NIOSH side worked very, very hard to make certain that science was used in developing the campaign. And again, the stand down rests on the rails of the campaign. So there's a lot of research that NIOSH has conducted in falls, but we also use communication science in developing the actual campaign messages and the other component parts of the campaign. I think that's important because it shows that NIOSH has been involved in a safety and health education effort that rests on research that we've conducted or that we've sponsored, and that we've used communication science to be able to organize, and that we're using dissemination science in order to get the message out. We still have evaluation work ahead of us to see how effective the campaign has been over time, but we know that many people are using the campaign materials, talking about the campaign, using print and social media to continue to carry the message forward. So that's personally gratifying, but I think it also shows that our investments in these areas at NIOSH have continued to be important.